Hey folks, hope you can hear me. I'm just doing this live on my phone because why not, right? Let's back this bad boy up a little bit so we can get a little more of you, shall we? This, I believe, is the Avant Nissan. It just showed up. Just got done eating some dinner. I figured I'd break this bad boy open. Yep. Okay. And this is the racing version. How's everybody doing? Why can I not see chat? That's annoying. There we go. There we go. Yes, it's released now. It just showed up in the US. And I was fortunate enough, the US distributor was asking me about helping them promote the car. And I said, hey, how about you send me one? And he said, yeah, sure. Which one do you want? It's Great Traditions that sells these. They're the distributor. And they put a wrapper around the cars. And I want to make sure that when I'm taking this off here, I don't want to damage the car. Ah, yes. That is a beautiful little car. It's just my phone, so let me know if you guys can hear me okay, please. We got some nice detail here. Something I didn't notice before. The black around the windows. Yeah, it's flat black. Okay, here you're fine. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. The black around the windows is flat black. That's really cool. That's something that doesn't really come through in the photos that I've seen. This really captures the SX. Yeah, Moondoggy, they do. They're definitely they make a lot of kind of odd rally stuff. I don't know if it's fair to say odd. Maybe I shouldn't say that. They make a lot of unique stuff. And the distribution here in the U.S. has been spotty in the past. That coupled with the fact that they do kind of cars that maybe aren't really aimed at the U.S. means that a lot of people here probably don't talk a lot about them. But, I mean, this is definitely a nice looking car. Looking at all the details. My friend had one of these. I mean, I've talked about this before. Yeah, this definitely... Plain Jane Ferrari. Yeah, cool. This car definitely feels unique. It really has a lot of nice detail that I don't think I really appreciated in the early photos. The back end on this car, hello from Pennsylvania. John, I appreciate you showing up. The 240. Yeah. Yeah, the BMW that they've released, the 635s, they keep in mind that's a pretty old mold. Yes, it's a current car, but this car, as you'll see in a minute here, is very different. I need to get a screwdriver. Hold on. Is a screwdriver big enough? Barely. This has a Phillips on the bottom. A big one. Wow, that's a massive screw. Holy cow. The size of the screw on there. That's tremendous. Whoa. Okay. So I don't know much about the gearing on this yet, but it's a long can motor. There's an open, there's a hole right there. So this probably has some magnetic downforce. Looks like this is probably going to be a 28 tooth pinion, probably, or a crown gear, probably a 9-tooth pinion the way it looks. Grooved, soft rubber tires, metal wheels on the back that are set very, very wide. Looks like you could swap out this pod. I mean, I know probably a lot of folks know Avant probably a lot better than I do, but there's a lot of adjustment you can do on this little guy. This thing looks like it's going to be pretty badass. The front axle, now the front tires are plastic, or wheels rather. The front wheels are plastic. Let me try to, can I adjust that picture? Not really. There's 4 screws that you can adjust the pod. So you can definitely get some rattle. Looks like there's a pivot point right there. And the guide is sprung. Let's take the body off. Hopefully these are just Phillips. 1 screw in the back. Two screws in the front. Hey, and grand unveiling. Okay, so one thing that's really nice that we see, this is a Lexan interior. We love our Lexan interiors, folks. I am thrilled to see that they have a nice lightweight interior in this thing. That is performance, folks. You know, I'm really loving this body. The more I've seen it now, this is not a car that I'm familiar with in the rally form with these gigantic fenders on there, these square attachments. But I'm really loving this body now. Yeah. They got a nice roll bar in there that fits really nicely in there. Yeah, there's tons of detail on this. Rally Portugal. Okay. So we have, this looks like a standard chassis. Forgive me if, to all the Avant purists out there that know what's going on and I don't. But this looks like a kind of chassis they put under a bunch of different cars because it looks, yeah, it's a very flexy chassis, which is cool. That's interesting. Yeah, so there's a pivot point right there, adjusted with a, that's going to be a slotted size screw, the .035 screw, not the NSR type screw. This pod might be offset a tiny bit. Regardless, there is up and down adjustment on the front axle, as you can see, with screws right there, and I can't tell if there are screws underneath, but it feels like there might be. So we have a seriously adjustable chassis going on here with there's an oil point. Strictly speaking, this isn't necessary. On the bearing on the top, this bearing isn't exactly centered on the top, but it really doesn't matter. When you oil an axle, it's just as easy to drop in. Put the needle applicator right there on the end of the bearing and right there, and through what's called capillary attraction, it'll pull into the bearing area and will just sit on the axle. So you drop it like right next to the axle and the bearing, and it just kind of sucks it in. And then this is I don't know, just looks like a regular aluminum hub. And yeah, it's definitely a 9-tooth pinion. And I don't see, or I can't read if it says 28 or 27, but probably 9 to 27 or 9 to 28. It really doesn't matter. The mesh feels nice. A tiny bit notchy, but it does feel nice. There's going to be a little bit of magnetic pull, which I'm frankly fine with. I really don't mind the idea of a magnetic pull on a motor. These wheels are set really, really wide. Now I see why in other photos there's a lot of folks that have big fat wheels and tires under this guy, because there's a lot of room in there to do whatever you'd like with wheels there. That's kind of fun. So let's just see how easy to just drop this pod a tiny bit. Just back it out. See if we can get any kind of float in there easily. It's nice to have a pivot point in the front, as well as, oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. I like that. Nice to have a pivot point in the front, as well as the rattle in the back to hold it there. And then all this, oh boy, that is a lot of flexy. Yeah, this is a really nice looking car. I'm pleased about this. I wanted to do this tonight when I first got it, just to show folks, because I hadn't seen a lot of talk about this car, and I wanted to show folks quickly, kind of when it's arrived. The this black one is the first liveried version, and the red and the white ones, the quote unquote street cars, I guess you'd say, or well, the plain red and white ones are available now in the U.S. And I will get this car on the track. Not tonight, but this is just kind of an unboxing and opening so y'all can see what's up and what's inside. I'm loving this. I really am. I'm loving it more now that I've seen it, frankly. The detail on this is quite nice. I'm trying to get the headlights to pick up there. There we go. So a lot of nice different colors and tones and surface color going on here on the front that really highlights the detail on the car. And when you see it in person, you really get that sense of it. And I don't know that some of the photos have shown that well. But it's really hard to show. There's a lot of detail on this car. It is really hard to angle this light a little bit better. It's really hard to show a car's details well. Yeah, it's really tough. Anyway, this is the surprise. This is the very happy surprise. Bob Slot. Yeah, I'm loving because that's a big interior tray. This is a huge interior. And if that was, thick plastic, like this is probably, I don't know, 30 thousandths thick. Yeah, maybe 20,000. Yeah, probably 30 thousandths thick. If that was 30 thousandths thick, that would be pretty heavy in there. And it is not. It is nice and light. And it'll have the body have a little bit of flex. Not that much. Anyway, that's it, guys. What do you think? I think it's an interesting car. I be honest with you, I don't think this car is probably for everybody. I mean, it is a rally car, but I don't know. It does it for me. I think it's cool. Yeah, the red and the white are going to be the same loadout as this bad dad here. And there are no, like, cups on the body post. That's cool. I want to thank, again, Great Traditions for sending me this car. Great Traditions, GT Slot Cars, Lakota Collectibles are the distributor here in the U.S., and they were gracious enough to send me this car as soon as they got it. I'm very, very grateful for that. Yeah. That's a lot of nice. That's a lot of nice flex in there. I like that a lot. And that's with the chassis kind of tight. Probably chassis should be a little. Well, I'll tune it up when I start driving it around. I'll do it to it. I'll do some tuning. I don't think this car is going to need much, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I got some wheels on the way. I ordered some wheels from LEB tonight. Some Minilites that I'm going to put on this car from Staffs UK. I like the wheels, but I think a set of aluminums on this would really set this car off. It would just make it blast off. Anyway, let me see if I can do a smooth out. I appreciate everybody showing up, guys, for a impromptu live stream, this unboxing of the Avant Nissan 240. This was sent to me, as I've said, from Lakota Collectibles. Great Traditions. They're in Philadelphia here in the U.S. And thanks a lot to them. Thanks a lot to everybody who showed up. I really appreciate it.